The report relied on deeply flawed analysis based on assumptions, guesswork, and outdated studies. That was in an October 9th letter to the FAA and Congress seen by Space News. SpaceX principal engineer David Goldstein said of the report, which was published October 5th on the FAA's website. SpaceX called on the Federal Aviation Administration to correct a report to Congress, warning that by 2035, falling debris from the U.S. licensed constellations in low Earth orbit, that's LEO, could injure or kill someone every 2 years if they deploy as planned. Now, do you think if the people asked the Department of Health and Human Services or the CDC to redo all their information on COVID, that it would be looked at all? Would there be any conversations at all? Would you be able to have any kind of Congress hearing meetings or anything to re-look at the information they've got? Don't think so. Because they're hell-bent on you being afraid of this little computer-generated art. Isn't it cute? So all the information that they have regarding these scary that have driven tons of people to go get their children injected with ingredients you don't even know what they are. The Unicorn Aid Relief and Economic Security CARES Act of 2020 included a provision for GAO to report regularly on the effects of the stampede and the federal response. In this body of work, GAO has issued 10 comprehensive reports and over 200 standalone reports, made 386 recommendations to 26 federal agencies, and raised 19 matters for congressional consideration. There's your 19 again. As of April 30th, 2023, Congress and the agencies have fully or partially addressed 45% of these recommendations. 45% of the recommendations. You can view the recommendations from this body of work here, but I can tell you what, not once has the GAO.gov coronavirus, the U.S. Government Accountability Office, not once have they proven or shown any studies that prove the virus for corona, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, even exists. They haven't done the Koch postulates. They have not fulfilled any requirements whatsoever. But still, the government's given over $4.7 trillion pandemic response dollars since 2020. On July 11th, 2023, we, the U.S. Government Accountability Office, issued a report on our key findings and recommendation with an eye toward helping federal agencies be better prepared for future emergencies. GAO has regularly reported on the accountability and effectiveness of the federal government's $4.7 trillion pandemic response dollars since 2020. So, do you not think that maybe some of that money, some of that $4.7 trillion should be issued for a report on finding the actual virus? Do you think? I mean, SpaceX can call on the Federal Aviation Administration to correct a report to Congress which warned that falling debris from U.S. licensed constellations in low Earth orbit could injure or kill someone every 2 years if they deploy as planned. But guess what? Okay, so that's good. Here's the COVID vaccine ingredients, February 4th, 2021. So here they talk about Pfizer, 95% effective. Effective at what? Okay. I wonder if they have any trade secrets, like this mosquito larvicide, which was going to be used in an aerial application over San Diego County. And when you go to look at these ingredients, 97% of them were trade secrets, so you didn't really know what they were. See, and just to show you, here's the Valent Biosciences Corporation Vectobac. These are what the San Diego County used, the larvicide granules. I'm going to go down, this is page 1 of 10. I'm going to go down here. So for mosquito larvicide, because they're so afraid of West Nile, a lot of eye irritation. Regarding the composition information on ingredients here, so look at this. So 2.8% on the top, it's some kind of little biological warfare thing that they're using, like a natural bio thing that kills mosquito larvae. And here, 97.2%. It's other ingredients because it's a trade secret. So you don't get to know really what's in it. So imagine that. On page 4 of 10, avoid generating dust. So they're going to be spraying or dropping this out of a helicopter all over the place, and you're supposed to avoid inhaling this at all if there's dust, like wind doesn't occur. So it's induced to be used as a pesticide, but you don't know what 97% of these ingredients are. And they're trying to justify dropping all these pellets out of a helicopter because this specific kind of mosquito can transmit West Nile virus. And here, according to the County of San Diego HHSA, Health and Human Service Agency, here it talks about malaria, saying it's serious and sometimes fatal, parasitic disease transmitted by the bite of infected mosquitoes. It says malaria is not endemic to San Diego, but is sometimes diagnosed among travelers, refugees, and immigrants who they're letting pour into the area. And the thing is too, is malaria is not contagious. So why, if it's not contagious and it's not endemic to this area, why are they still dropping pellets of poisons and unknown substances out of helicopters all over the county of San Diego? Just wanting to know. Malaria, mosquitoes will not bite someone that has malaria, just to let everyone know. And I've also showed this before regarding malaria cases. Hospitalized, 70% of the people. How many died? Zero. And it's all from people from coming in from other countries. And it's not contagious and it's not endemic. But just like malaria isn't endemic to San Diego, and they still want to drop poisons all over of unknown ingredients, they want to do the same thing with these needle crafts. So 94% effective. Effective against what? Like effective at depopulation? I don't get it. So also look at polyethylene glycol. Polyethylene glycol. They're going to put that in, they're going to inject that into your body. So here's the National Library of Medicine, PubMed Central. Polyethylene glycol, we call it PEG, is a cause of anaphylaxis to the Pfizer, BioNTech, and mRNA COVID vaccine. I think it's a cause of anaphylaxis in people. That's funny. The Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine can cause severe anaphylaxis of unknown cause. You think the cause is because they've injected polyethylene glycol and other ingredients that are toxic into the system, maybe? So this says allergy skin prick testing with polyethylene glycol triggered anaphylaxis, highlighting the importance of safety procedures during investigation. You think one little skin prick of polyethylene glycol, if that can trigger an anaphylactic shock, what do you think injecting a whole bunch of it into your system is going to do? That's interesting. This report also mentions shower gels containing polyethylene glycol. Can you believe that? And mouthwash containing polyethylene glycol. Although the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccines contains a number of excipients, that's to speed things up, PEG 2000 is the only one reported to cause anaphylaxis. You know, there's other issues like neurological issues and all kinds of other things, heart issues, myocarditis, all kinds of other issues. But PEG is known for anaphylaxis. All mRNA vaccines are likely to contain PEG, which is used to stabilize the lipid nanoparticles that they put into your body. Lipid nanoparticles, and the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine also contains PEG. Other mRNA COVID-19 vaccines are in development. And basically, PEG, polyethylene glycol, is the first time that this has been used in vaccines until now. So you're one big little experimental bunny. And here's one more little thing. It's not a big deal to me, but you know how they've been spending so many years telling you to get rid of cholesterol, but they're putting it in the shot, so isn't that fun? Your brain needs cholesterol, by the way, but they're injecting it in you after you've been told forever and ever to lower your cholesterol, but yet they've got it in your vaccines. So again, looking at one more thing, tromethamine. Tromethamine. I just want you to see what the word blockade means. Blockade is an interruption of normal physiological functions such as transmission of nerve impulses of a cellular receptor, tissue, or organ. Okay? That's blockade. And the word tromethamine. So here's just one study. Alzheimer's disease, amyloid beta protein forms calcium channels in bilayer membranes, blockade by tromethamine and aluminum. Okay, that's the word we just saw in that Moderna ingredient. And I can leave you this link just so you can read it. But so it says a beta P channel current either, and it gives all this about calcium, whatever a charge carries, is blocked reversibly by tromethamine and irreversibly by there's aluminum. So most of you know that aluminum is probably not good for the brain because it causes Alzheimer's. But did you know that tromethamine is probably not good either? On the basis of the present data, we suggest that the channel activity of the polypeptide may be responsible for some or all of its neurotoxic effects. The inhibition of the A beta P channel current by these two substances, which were tromethamine and aluminum, depends on transmembrane potential, suggesting that the mechanism of blockade involves direct interaction between tromethamine or aluminum, tromethamine, and there's your tromethamine in your Moderna vaccine. Isn't that strange? Why would they put that in a shot that would make you have some neurological issues? And here they give the explanation as to why they want to put tromethamine in the shot, because, hopefully you're not diabetic, but because they all work together to maintain the stability of the vaccine after it's produced. Doesn't really care about you and your health as long as that vaccine is stable after, geez, I mean, seriously. You know, if they really wanted to just get this stuff into you, they could just simply use DMSO. they don't have to use all these other damaging things, although I don't see any reason why anyone would want to inject anything into their body. DMSO, why don't they just use that? Why do they have to do nanoparticles and all that? They're not telling you something. That's why they're not being honest. There's your 102 number again. Love that. You know, my rule of thumb that I've told my boys when they're growing up and read labels and stuff, if you can't if you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be eating it or putting it into your system, just to let you know. So when they find that unicorn, or all these unicorns, I'd like to see the report on them when they finally find them, not made up by the computer, but real real viruses that aren't computer generated. Because like I could bet you $1 million very safely I would never ever walk outside or travel the world and find a unicorn. And I can say the exact same thing for this little artistic rendering. You'll never find it in real life. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so if you want to learn more, read the FDA full Pfizer BioNTech fact sheet. You guys, we've got to wake up.